Hi guys, I hope that you're all good. Let us quickly have a look at the NASDAQ 100 chart. Just bear in mind that this is going to be a short video because most of the elements that are important I have already covered in the previous video that I uploaded last week. So let's get straight into the chart. So in the previous video, I spoke about this particular M structure over here, which has a neckline at this point, and I said that we should have looked for selling opportunities at this point, and that is because price broke the neckline, then went back to retest it. And I always say that whenever we have informations, I ideally would love to see price coming back to the neckline to retest it and then push further down. So that is what actually happened in this region, and we saw price actually pushing further down, right? So from here, as you can see, I'm on the weekly chart. I'm gonna head over to the daily chart. So here we are on the daily chart. In the previous video that I uploaded, I spoke about this particular area over here, and I said that this candlestick over here actually, as well as this one, they are both liquidity candlesticks. And what that means is that at some point, price or the market has to get to those points to grab that liquidity before actually reversing, right? So let's continue. So before we continue, actually, I'm just gonna add a line to that, or rather to those two candles. Just bear with me. There we go. That's liquidity candle number one, and we have liquidity candle number two, which is this one over here. There we go. Right. I spoke about all these candles in my last video. Nonetheless, let's keep going forward. So on the weekly chart, let me just make this slightly smaller. On the weekly chart, we spoke about that information right here with the neckline there, and we said that should price come back to retest the neckline, we should be looking for selling opportunities, and price did that here actually, right? So the market is now going down, or rather price is going down, and we can also add the fact that we have another smaller information here with the neckline there. However, we did not see after the neckline being broken, price coming back to the neckline to retest it. um it is still quite possible it may happen perhaps on Monday or Tuesday before actually reaching this point, and that may give us another opportunity to sell. So should price from where it is right now come back to the neckline, we should definitely be looking for selling opportunities, as our target is this area, and this would also complete the M structure. But for now, just based on the daily chart, I don't think I see any selling opportunities, because I think price has already left this mark right here. A lot of people entered here, and others entered as soon as this thing, or rather the neckline of this information was broken. So from here, I think I'm gonna head to the H4 chart. However, before I do so, I think let me just point out that we also have a small W formation in the structure, and the neckline is there. However, the neckline of this W structure has already been violated, which means that, in my humble opinion, this W structure is no longer relevant. It was relevant because, just as I say that when it comes to M formations, would love to see price break the neckline, go back to retest it, and then push further down. In the case of W formations, the same exact principle applies, where we have a W formation and we see price breaking the neckline, coming back to retest it, and then pushing further up. Hence, I say that this W structure here is also very important, because what could have happened is price could have come back to this particular neckline, bounced off it, and then moved further up. However, that was not the case, as we can see that the daily candle actually closed below the neckline of this W structure. So for me, that is confirmation indication that in the next couple of days we are going to see price come to this level, right? So let's go to the H4 chart. So here we are on the H4 chart. It's very much similar to the daily chart, really. And you can see that W structure that I spoke about. However, on the H4 chart, it is expressed as an inverted head and shoulders pattern in my opinion. Nonetheless, it's still very much the same thing. The same principles apply, right? So what do we see on this particular um, H4 chart that is significant or of interest? To be honest, I don't see anything that is significant. Although we do have this candlestick over here, the small bearish candlestick with a small body and a long upper wick. So the upper wick tells us that price went up to grab some liquidity and then came down again, right? I don't see anything else really here that is of value, so I'm gonna head over to the H1 chart. So yeah, here we are again on the H1 chart. Nothing really of value that I see. Yeah, so as I said, guys, that in regards to NASDAQ, the anticipation is that price should come to this point to grab liquidity at these two levels. So if you do get selling opportunities, I would suggest that you take your profit at these levels. At this point in time, I don't see anything really in as far as selling opportunities go. Also just looking at the H1 chart, I don't see anything. So hopefully on Monday we'll see a retracement and a slight or small information where price would break the neckline, come back to retest it, and then push further down. Should that happen on Monday or Tuesday, I would look for selling opportunities at this point, right? And my take profit would be those 2 points that I spoke about at the bottom, which are here. So that is it, guys, as far as my NASDAQ 100 analysis is concerned. It was quite short, I know. However, most of the important elements I've already covered in the previous video that I uploaded about 6 days ago or so. So just go back to that video and have a look. Thanks, guys, for watching, and peace out.